Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Block Memorial Day edition. Um, Appreciate everyone that's tuned in today. Obviously, appreciate all of our military and our first responders and everyone else that put their life on the line for the society that we have. Um, Welcome everyone, and today's show. Oh, if you're new, this is the Power Block. It's three YouTube channels, one powerful block of appliance industry talk. I am your Encompass rep, Reggie Williams, out of uniform today, right? So it's a holiday. Um, my name is Reggie Williams. I am your Encompass rep. We've got three powerful shows. We have myself. We have Mona Sims with SSG Appliance Academy, and we have Mike Sneed with Appliance Boot Camp, running anchor, closing us out strong. Um, so uh, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the notification bell. That way you know when we're live, when we're on. As a reminder. Um, Also, if you do not have an Encompass wholesale account, right? If you don't have an account with Encompass, um, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can fix that issue and do something that is very beneficial to your business because Encompass does have the most diverse inventory of all suppliers. And we get your stuff to you quick. If you order before 3 p.m., by 3 p.m., it'll be shipped out that same day. So I just put that in the chat, link to the description. So on today's show, excuse me, I got a drink. Bam. On today's show, I'm going to talk about direct drive washers. Old school direct drive washers. That's what I cut my teeth on. For those that don't know my background, I, uh, I cut my teeth on flipping washers and dryers, which is an excellent way to accelerate your experience because you touch so many machines in such a small period of time compared to if you had to learn uh, in the field, going to the houses and stuff, you kind of, that's a little bit more difficult. So anyway, I want to talk about direct drive washers today. Some of the common issues and how to fix those, and kind of go over parts and everything else. Going to do some giveaways, right? That's what we always do. Uh, and Also, I want to talk about who should be working today, right? Who works and who doesn't on holiday weekends, right? Let's talk about that. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna get to the comments a little later on, but appreciate y'all for coming in, tuning in. I am on three platforms. Still trying to fix LinkedIn. Still figuring that one out. But I'm on three platforms. And so, how this works after the show, you log off my channel and you go to hit Mona Sims. After her show, you log off, go hit Mike Sneed. And the link tree to that is in the description of this video. All right. So, let's get started with a giveaway. Uh, who worked today? Who went out in the field today and made some money? Who worked today? Money making work. Anybody? So we got Earwing, what up? Sag, what's going on, man? Greg B, what's up? What's up? Lonnie, how you doing? All right, let nobody work today. Okay, so that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. All right, so today's giveaway. What up? What up? Untamed will be up. Greg B, you work today? Boom. Hey, email me. It's oh, sorry, underneath my name right there. Shoot me an email with your name and address, man. I'm gonna send you do you got a magnet? If you don't got I'm gonna send you a magnet. I'm sending you a magnet, Encompass magnet. I don't have any on hand right now, but I'm gonna send it to you. Appreciate your work, grinding it out, man. Grinding it out. So, what's up, E? 63 Impala, what's going on? All right, so Let's go ahead and get into direct drive. So I'm going to talk about if anybody just tuning in, we're going to talk about direct drives today on the show, direct drive washers and dryers. So I'm going to go ahead and show off my screen share skills. Entire screen. Let's share entire screen. And we're going to get into direct drive washers. So direct drive washers are this schematic here. There's a ton of them out there. Whirlpool, Roper, Kenmore. Uh, y'all put in the description what I'm leaving out. KitchenAid. There's certain Maytags that's direct drive. So and yeah, so we're gonna break down direct drive washers. So first thing let's get into leaks, right? So what do you do if a direct dryer washer has a leak? What are the most common issues? Let's break that down. So let's go here to the schematics provided by Encompass at encompass.com. If you have an account, you're very familiar with this. Number one, let's go. So I'm going to go by the most common one, and I'm going to go by some stuff that really I've seen out in the field, right? So a nice thing about these Encompass schematics is instead of searching for the part, like you can see here, and you got to search for like number 50 or whatever, you can just click on it. It's pretty dope. So 31. I hope that's 31. Yeah. Let's see. So I'll give you a picture. Oh, that's a clamp. So I'm glad it did that. It's on here somewhere. All right, well, let's go to the pump. So you can do that, or you can go to the side here, put in pump. Of course, it's going to act weird now. I'm trying to do it. So typically, with your pump, the drain pump on a Whirlpool washer, and what this thing will do is it'll like usually there's a sock stuck in there, right? Baby, especially somebody with small kids, it'll be a sock stuck in that pump. Sometimes it'll just leak out the front of it. And the reason for that is let me see if I got a part number. No, I don't. The reason for that is sometimes the seal breaks in there. Sometimes there's a nail shoved in this little pump right here. And there's a couple of tricks, right? So if there's a sock stuck in there, let's say it's not leaking, you kind of pull a sock out with needing those pliers. I got a tip for that on my channel. Or you just replace that pump, right? So that's usually the number one issues that pump does leak out. Sometimes it gets stuck on a motor if it's been like that for a while. And usually your best tools for that is you see this hose right here. This hose, let me make sure you can see me. Yep. All right. So this hose, I get that link to you. This hose will so I got some hose clamp pliers that clamps that. My best friend when it comes to fixing these things, I clamp this hose right here, keep the water from spilling out, and take that pump off. I usually have like a little small little bowl or something like that for the water to leak out to go into. So you got the pump. Let's look at the hose. So uh, now one time this hose I had sometimes this will leak. And usually when this leaks is because they had like a mouse issue or something like that. They love to eat this hose here. But we're gonna go here to the description number 8. See it pops it right there. Boom, it's on the side. You can quickly add it to cart. And mind you, these prices are retail pricing. So these are not your wholesale rate that you would get. Log into your account to see the pricing, but this is wholesale. So if you are not logged in, which I am not logged in, see it says sign in. That means it's going to show you wholesale pricing, right? So this hose will leak sometimes, right? So let's click on that. And what this hose will do, man, that hose will so right in those little I'm pointing at like as if y'all sitting here next to me. My finger. These grooves right here, sometimes this will crack and there'll be holes in here somewhere and you'll see it just shooting out, right? So you do want to replace that hose if you have a leak there. Also, I highly recommend this spout, right? So sometimes they don't have the spout on it. You want to have that spout on, and I usually zip tie this spout to the water hose, right? That way it won't pop out. Also, it could be a backed up drain. So if the drain is backed up, what'll happen is you'll hear like that fill up sound, right? You ever fill up a water bottle and you know it's close to the top? It'll sound like that. And so when I used to deliver the washers I would flip, I would make sure I drain fill the washer up, listen to it agitate, and then I'll let it drain. That was my procedure, and I'll listen to that drain. And it was rare, but it did happen. It was times where I would hear that thing, and that thing would overflow, and I would have to stop it. And that saved me a service call, right? Because the first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, this washer you installed is leaking, and it ruined my floors." First thing they're gonna say. So always check that on the delivery, or a customer is saying, you know, the washer's leaking, you can't really find the leak. You want to be sure to check the drain on the house, right? So because a lot of times, especially like sometimes new construction or whatever, people will throw trash down there, all kind of stuff, and that thing can be clogged up, or a bad plumbing job, all kind of stuff can happen, right? So uh, let's go on to the wrong graphic. Yeah, go back button, dude. Back button. All right. So today my internet wants to run slow. We're gonna go to un momento. What is acting like this? Okay. So what's our next thing? Hose leak, the pump, tub seal. Very rare, but it happens on this one. Sometimes the tub seal will go bad. Um, I've never, be honest, I've never changed one of these because I've always had such good supply of these. I would just swap it out. I would just swap the tub out. Um, this looks like it. Yeah, there you go. That's your should be a tub seal, right? Tub load, tub. Yep, tub gasket. So there, you're gonna make sure. So you always change that out. It's probably not that hard of a job, but I've never done one because I always had these in such good supply. I would just change the whole tub out. So here's your tub seal. Um, Also, let's look at this outer tub. Something that you will miss, right? So if a customer says, my washer leaks, but only leaks with clothes in it. I run it with no clothes or a small load and it doesn't leak. But when I put a big load in it, it leaks. What's happening is, and I've only seen these on direct drives, this outer tub, the top portion right here, will get cut. And what'll happen is it'll have a hole worn in it. And sometimes the outer tub is bumping into the inner tub, and it'll wear a hole in it, or these little holes in the inner tub are just big enough for a screw to get stuck in, like a nail or a screw. And when that thing spins around, it wears a hole out in this plastic tub. So always inspect that plastic tub. I've done that so many times, man, where I'll get something that I'm flipping and I will inspect the tub and that thing would have a big old hole on the top. And I couldn't find the leak at all. And I took the cabinet off. I was like, oh, there it is, big old hole. I've even seen the whole top of the tub being sliced in half. So I've seen that too. So just be careful when it comes to when you hear that symptom. Hey, you know it only leaks when it have a big load in it. That's because of the water level, right? So with no clothes in it, it's not going to fill all the way up. It may not go above that hole, right? So it won't leak. But once you put clothes in it and it fills all the way to the top, that thing will leak on you. All right. So that's leaks. If I missed something, feel free to put it in the description, because none of us is better than all of us. None of us is better than all of us. So we all got wisdom to share. So if I missed something, feel free to put it in the description. All right. Next, let's get to. Well, let's do. Let's do a quick. I'm sharing my screen. You see me? Okay. Oh, can't hear you. Everybody hear me? Okay, everybody hear me. Bad pressure hose switch. Yeah, that pressure hose switch will cause the overflow too. Oh yeah, actually, that's something good to talk about too. I'm glad I looked at the comments. The pressure hose switch. Now, usually it's not okay. So this, I haven't seen a bad switch very common on these. But what I have seen is improper. Uh, where we at? Where we at? Where's that hose switch? Improper installation of the outer shell. What do I mean by that? Where uh, there's a groove where that pressure switch goes, the pressure hose goes from the tub and it goes out the back of, so it goes at the back here. So right, the back it goes comes up the back, and there's a little groove. So let's see what that groove is. Let me see if I get it, the outer cabinet. Boom. See this little notch right here? That's where the pressure hose is supposed to come through. But if you're not paying attention, or because and there's also a clip there that keeps it in place, but sometimes it's not there because if some people worked on it, and so it'll be pinched right here between this the back of the cabinet here, and that'll pinch the hose. And so if that hose is pinched, that washer will flood. So be sure proper installation is very important. I'm gonna see if this thing shows the clip. But yeah, proper installation is very, very important. And I don't see it. I'm sure it's on here though. I'm probably overlooking it. But there's a clip that goes right around here, and the hose is fed through that to keep it in place. So just be careful with that. All right. So now let's go to off balance, right? So a direct drive being off balance isn't the same as other machines being off balance, right? There's no spider bearing, nothing like that, right? So if your direct drive washer is off balance, I love this one now. I love this subject. There's so many, so couple of things, right? So you see this triangle here, right? This thing. So what this will do, let's see what it's called. Instead of calling it a thing. Uh there we go. Like a tub stabilizer or something. Let's see. Skate pit plate. Skate plate, right? So we got skate plate. And so how will this cause it to go off balance? Well, usually if somebody moves the washer on its side, this thing will be misaligned with the base here. And so the tub will be misaligned and that thing will just be off balance. And usually it's really easy fix though. You just push the tub up and you kind of slide it into place. But it takes an experienced eye to catch that, because if you don't know how it's supposed to be positioned, you can easily miss that. Also, 18 right here. So this, I'm telling you, man, this is the greatest thing to the parts industry, man. This Encompass breakdown right here. You can just click on it. Because man, I tell you, I used to, so other suppliers, like man, you look for 18, you go all the way down and hit the 17, and they'll skip to 19, and they're like, what? 19-3? You're like, oh my God. So these base pads will wear out. So that'll cause it to go off balance too. And a lot of times you'll see rust. So these base pads go here on the base, and this skate plate will slide on it, right? And so without that slide, without that, you have extra friction, and that'll create very heavy, very very heavy vibrating and off balance issues with the washer. These pads are very easy to install. You install them from the bottom. They kind of pop in, and so yeah, you kind of you taking the old ones out. You kind of got to push them out a little bit with a little effort, but they come right out. Easy fix, $6.95 retail. If you just got here, this is retail pricing. Log on to your wholesale account to see your wholesale pricing. This is retail here, so I'm not logged in. So if you're not logged in, you'll see retail pricing. Okay, so another thing. So we got the pad set that will cause it off balance. You've got springs, right? So your tub springs, and let's show you here, because a lot of these are older washers, right? So some of them will be rusted, and so I've came into like this spring here, balance spring. This thing snaps all the time. Also, sometimes it'll be so rusty, the hole that spring goes into will be stripped out, and so there's nowhere for the spring to go. So you got that balance spring. You got that's 15. Two. There you go. This one. And so suspension springs. These will be rusted out and snapped off too. And these are surrounding the tub, right? So you'll have that. And also self-leveling back here. This is the self-leveling. Self-leveling box, I guess I'll call it. And so basically you just tip the machine forward and you'll hear it click and you push it back, right? But sometimes this is rusted. And so what I would do, I actually take like a long screwdriver and hit it down. So I'll lean it forward, hit it down so that the spring will jump will come loose, so it'll automatically level. Or you can lubricate a little bit too. So just be careful with that. But self-leveling, and I always tell my customers when I deliver these machines too on the flip, say, hey, if you ever move your machine, make sure you lean it forward and back so you can so it'll level out. So self-leveling, and those are like the top three on off balancing. Feel free to share in the description if you have more things. I know that the tub ring on top of the tub. This particular one doesn't have one. I think the older ones had one with water in it. Yeah, so this isn't one that has a balancer on it. And that's I think this is a gasket. But yeah, you will have some older ones with water in it, and sometimes that will wear out, and that will cause it to go off balance too. So if I left anything out, feel free to leave it in the description. So next, we're going to go to no spin. Now, this is the most common issue with direct drive washers. No spin. So, what's the number one reason why it's not spinning? The coupler. I know y'all know, all y'all OGs out there, y'all know this stuff. The motor coupler. If the motor coupler is bad, so the coupler is here. So there's a couple different designs for couplers. You've got some with a metal bracket inside, and some with the plastic. Uh, Come on. And so you want the metal bracket, want the plastic. So let's pull it up. Here it is. So I'm a fan of both. I know this is a debate. Should you use both? The metal, want the metal. So we can pull it up. See, yeah, see that little metal in there. It makes it really, really heavy duty. I'm a fan of both, and here's why. So the metal is very heavy duty. It'll last a lot longer, right? But the plastic one will allow less wear and tear, right? So those break really to save they'll save the transmission or save the motor, depends on what the issue is. And so those will automatically break and cut off. Because imagine if that didn't break, then you'll probably blow your motor or you can blow your transmission. So that's why I feel that the plastic ones are just as good too. But I've always installed the metal ones anyway. The metal, and then I will lube it just a little bit because they do seem to get stuck sometimes. So you do want to make sure you get, especially OEM. So, and again, this is retail price, not wholesale. So y'all start talking. Let's start talking about us. So your couplers, right? So and that's truck stock. I highly recommend stocking your truck with Whirlpool couplers. Pretty much those old school ones. I don't really think I haven't seen different variations from them at all. So some you got the older ones, but the new ones still fit. The older ones had were circles. They had a circle. There was a circle. So we've got that. The clutch will prevent it from not spinning, right? So the clutch is. Oh, hang on. Let me give Moni a quick link. Hang on, y'all stand by. Screen share. What's it saying? Stop. Hang on 1 second. Un momento. All right, so there's a screen share. And so, okay, let's get back. Let's get back. We run out of time. So the clutch. So a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't know about the clutch for some reason. So that clutch has two little plastic, and they're very, very easy to change out. Um, See, yeah, you better buy off the whole thing just to do it, save yourself some time. But let's see, let's just look at the clutch by itself. And so you can't see the plastic. Oh, there you go. So you got the little plastic. This is all white, so it's hard to see the plastic. It's plastic tabs, three plastic tabs. You got somewhat four, um, and you have these springs. So really, what happens is those plastic tabs kind of wear down, and or the springs will wear out, and that will make it slow. So usually the customer says, "Hey, the washer doesn't. The clothes are still kind of wet. It doesn't not spin all the water out of the clothes." It's usually a clutch issue. An experienced tech will usually like bypass the lid switch for testing, put it on spin, and kind of like see if and kind of hold it before you put it on spin and see if you have a lot of if it without a lot of resistance, if it doesn't spin. That's usually a sign of the clutch. Usually, if that coupler, you'll hear it make a very loud noise, and you'll see a lot of that rubber on the ground underneath the machine. So but for the clutch, easy, cheap fix, cheap replacement. Um, so you do want to, I mean, you might as well just go ahead and get the whole kit here, and boom. See, in this kit, see the whole kit comes with the clutch inside and everything. So you just some pliers, some Allen wrench here. It will take that right out. If you need to replace if you want to replace just the spring itself. Um, so we got clutch. Other one is transmission, right? So you got your transmission. That can be another one. Transmission could go bad. Your motor could go bad. Also, now some people go inside the motor, the transmission. I've never really went inside the transmission. There are kits I heard that you can change out, and I just never went that because transmission was so. I had something available from flipping. I didn't really have to worry about that. Uh, but I'm trying to look for the capacitor. So again, so instead of searching the schematics, you just put in the word here. I think this is not working. End cap. Okay, it should pop those. Maybe it's called something else. All right, so let's look on the motor. Maybe it's sitting on the motor somewhere. So the capacitor. So what the capacitor will do is basically it holds a charge, right? Because you need more power. And this is motors 101, but you need more power to there right there. You'll need more. The machine more needs power to start up, right? And so the capacitor holds extra charge in there to give the motor extra power to start. If that capacitor is bad, sometimes you hear a humming or it just won't want to spin, right? So that's another one. So and then also the number one thing with so always check your capacitor. And sometimes these things the capacitors go bad. Sometimes they'll snake out, it'll blow open, like that firecracker snakes. So yeah, you got that. You got your capacitor, and you'll have obviously your lid switch, right? And as we know, we don't bypass lid switches. Do not bypass lid switches. 'Cause even if the customer doesn't have children, they may pass the machine on to somebody that has children, and you want to keep it safe. And you just never know what type of effects you would have down the road to a family because you didn't want to, charge your customer for a lid switch. So that's your lid switch, easy to take off. Sometimes these things will open up like a clam, and you can just zip tie that thing back, and it's ready to go. So, but that's for flipping. But if you're doing a repair, you don't want to do that. You just might as well get a customer a new one. So that's my spill for direct drive washers. Um, Also, just want to say, looking at the description, if you guys have any, if you don't have an account, sign up for an account. Also, uh, look on our Encompass website. We have virtual training. I am giving away free virtual training, so interested in that. Feel free to email me. We have Electrolux Laundry coming up, so this class will be free if you email me, and I'll hook you up with a link for that. We also have SSG Appliance Academy for hands-on training. That's Mona Sims coming up next on the block. And always Mike Sneed with so many different business courses, online courses on appliance repair, appliance boot camp. Yeah, y'all know about that. So that's it. Let me stop my screen share. And let me add a person here. All right, so oh man, somebody got some spam in here, man.
You said what?
Got some spam on my comments. I gotta get rid of this.
Yeah, and it won't even let me comment.
Oh, I gotta block that person. Jeez, you're going crazy. Yeah. So that's it. So how's your holiday over there?
It's great. It's great. I'm sleepy. I done ate too much. I need
Wow.
coffee.
Kyle, it rained here like 10 minutes ago. You rain where you at?
Huh? Yeah, pour it down.
Yeah, it's coming down. So, yeah, I pretty much had an easy weekend, man. The boys has pitched a tent in the living room. The old lady was out of town, so I just had a nice lazy weekend watching TV and stuff. So, not bad at all.
Did you work today?
Huh?
Did you work today?
No. Well, working out if this counts. So we
Yeah,
got
this a whole job.
yeah. So, but hey, we got a good amount of viewers, same amount of viewers. So, that's awesome. So appreciate everyone out there that's still tuning in the block on this holiday weekend. We're getting fired up and getting ready for tomorrow. So y'all go over to Mona Sims. This is where we love. See, and look at this. I get the most viewers when it's time to go. I don't know what that's about.
That's because I come in.
So hey, y'all go
Yeah.
over to Mona Sims SSG Academy.
They coming over here to see why you holding my show up.
That's what. Oh, what time is it? Oh, 3 minutes over. All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Y'all go to the description. See Mona. After Mona, y'all go see Mike Sneed. Thank y'all for tuning in the block. Y'all take care. And don't forget, lean on your rep.